everyone, Reisner.
And Liz.
So the Patriots lose this game in a game they really should have won at the end, but stupid rules on the onside kick cost them the game. They lose 28-22. I'll recap the game, but they really should have come back and won the game. But look, the NFL has got to change the rules on the onside kick. Because if you're not able to get a running start on the onside kick, what the hell is the point?
Just get rid of it.
What's the point? Like, just get rid of it then and just end the game. Just, if it's the last possession, just run the last clock off and just say game's over.
Yeah. Right.
It's just a waste of time.
Right.
Anyway, Houston's ball first, 3 and out. Patriots drive. There's a penalty on Mingo. It's kind of questionable, but he does fall on him late. I think they called it because he didn't try to catch himself. They stall out in the red zone. They kick a field goal, 3-0 Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots led in this game at one point. Kyle Van Noy gets a sack. Probably stopped a touchdown because there's bad coverage. Then there's a terrible Brady pick that leads to a Houston touchdown. 7-3 Texans. Yeah, Brady continues to suck, but he does get a 13-yard scramble in the second quarter. But they have to punt.
The illness, you could definitely see the effect of it.
Yeah, they were slower.
The illness definitely had an effect on the team.
They had problems with Duke Johnson. Look, why not take out a linebacker and put in an extra defensive back and cover Dawson with him, or Johnson with him? Why not cover Duke with an extra cornerback?
I guess they have high egos. And
I guess they're too stupid to do that. Guess what the heck? That's what the Texans did all game. They put a corner on James White.
What a thought that was.
Bunch of idiots. You're asking Kyle Van Noy, who's a good pass rusher, to cover Duke. You're an idiot. Anyway, they score. Houston is 14-3.
It stayed like that for a while.
Yeah, Brady gets sacked. There's also a bad block in the back, Colin Edelman, but he didn't even touch the guy. Whatever. How you can get called for blocking the back when you're the one that falls down is beyond me.
Yeah, I don't understand
whatever.
that.
They go 3 and out with a 2-minute warning, or they have to punt or something. Or no, they punt and then the Texans go 3 and out. That's right. Then there's a catch by Myers. It's reviewed, but it's a good catch. It's close, but it's good. Well, it doesn't matter. They have to punt. Houston needs it after a good punt. Third quarter. Brady throws a terrible pick, but luckily they get saved by a holding call. Newhouse is in for Cannon because Cannon's getting a freaking
IV in the locker room.
IV. Karras somehow got hurt in this freaking game, so Ferencz is now the freaking center.
So now they've gone through 3 centers.
Jesus Christ.
2 centers.
No, they're on their 3rd center, yeah. Anyway, Cannon comes back though, but the Patriots punt. Watson gets sacked, which kills the drive. It's 3rd and 19. They almost give up a freaking long screen, which, Jesus Christ. But luckily they stop it like a few yards short. Let's see. Then White gets his good run. He almost breaks it for a touchdown, which I got to criticize him for not breaking that for a touchdown because there's only one guy to beat, and it's a safety, and you should be breaking that for a touchdown. 4th and inches. Best quarterback sneaker in football. Let's run shotgun. Why not? I think he was in shotgun, right?
I think so.
And then even though he wasn't in shotgun, he was I forget if he was in shotgun or not. Either way, he either dropped back or he was in shotgun, but
it was just a foolish decision.
No, they did a play fake. That's right. I remember now.
Oh yes.
He was under center and he did a play fake. Okay. First of all, if you're not going to sneak it, run the ball.
Running went okay.
Yeah, but they actually ran the ball okay this game.
Right.
Thirdly, why is Sanu the one running the... I understand there was PI on the call on the field that they missed. But I am sorry, Mohamed Sanu is an awful, awful receiver.
He's not been very good.
Why did they give up a 2nd-round pick for him? He is terrible.
He hasn't helped solve their offensive
Not
problems.
only, I think he's made them worse as a team. I would cut him. I don't want to see him on the field anymore. He drops everything. He's open, it hits him in the hands, and he drops the ball.
It's like he's got oil on his hands.
I am sorry, but that's like the 5th time he's dropped a pass. He has got to go.
Yeah, he has not been very...
The other thing is, Harry got no snaps in this game. What the hell? Why did you draft the guy and hype up his comeback and then you don't even use him?
I think he was on the field a little bit.
What I don't understand, he's not even on the field for the red zone plays.
Right, which makes no sense. He's a tall guy. You would think they would use him in those situations.
That's the whole reason you got him.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. So Sanu drops the ball. And what pisses me off is he acts like he doesn't care when he drops balls.
Well, maybe that could come from, I wonder sometimes when guys come from other teams and they're like, oh, whatever, I dropped it. It could be like a mentality thing of like the way they're coached.
I don't know, but I am not impressed by Sanu's route running. I'm not impressed by really anything he's done other than his blocking on the outside, which has been good.
Right, that's been helpful. But other than that,
he was not worth a second-round pick. Maybe a 5th or 6th at best.
Not 2. No.
Anyway, this Patriots, the next drive, the Texans, Fuller gets a touchdown, but it's overturned, which is a good overturn because he doesn't have it.
But then he gets it anyway.
But then Stills gets a touchdown anyway on a long throw, whatever. Jones actually plays it right. He just misses the swat. So really shouldn't have been a touchdown, but Jones misplayed it. So it's 21-3 Houston. The defense wasn't good, but they weren't bad either.
No,
they all had the flu and it showed.
Right.
But they weren't better. They weren't terrible. Anyway, it's 21-3. This is the weirdest drive where Watson somehow picks up 3rd and 17. Don't ask, he just does. They're playing Sticks defense and somehow, I don't know, the entire Sticks defense decided to have a heart attack and just let Watson run down the field. He's only slower than me, so And then this 1st and 30 converted by Julian Edelman. What the hell?
Yeah.
And then a touchdown to White when the entire Texans team decided to not cover him.
I know.
They had a cornerback on him all game, and all of a sudden, nobody looks at him.
At the end of the game, he just was uncovered. Or wasn't covered.
Weird.
Yeah.
So there's a touchdown. They go for 2, except they don't. They take a delay of game, then they kick the extra point. But then they realize, oh shit, we don't have a kicker, and he misses the damn kick because you made it a 38-yard kick. Good job, Bill.
Sorry for the loud noise. It's a blizzard outside, and they're plowing.
Yeah, they're plowing. Extra point doesn't matter much. They're down by 12. So this drive, Houston gets a PI call. It was PI, but at the time the game looked over, so it's annoying when they call PI on games that look over. They called a lot of flags when the game seemed over.
Yeah.
Anyway, they ran Baltimore BS offense where, hand off to Hopkins and then he pitches an option run to Watson, which Houston basically changed their entire offense to Baltimore's offense, more or less, in this game, which is very problematic. If they can't cover this Baltimore offense, they're in trouble.
Yeah, so who knows what the Chiefs will do next week.
Probably run Baltimore's offense. I mean, I would. Anyway, so it's 28 to 9 at this point. Dorsett gets a touchdown. I mean, not a touchdown. He gets a 1st down towards the red zone here. For some reason, Bill O'Brien idiotically challenges us. Like, dude, the game looks over. Now, to be fair, the Patriots came back. But at the time, the game looked over.
Right.
And nobody knew the Houston Texans were going to totally collapse at the end of this game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Bill's rolling his eyes like, dude, you won the game. Like, let it go.
Let it go. Yeah.
On top of which, there's a 1st down anyway. Anyway, James White gets a touchdown. They have to go for 2. It's no good. It's 28-15. Onside kick fails. I'll talk about the onside kick later, the other one. So it's 3 and out for Houston. There's no timeouts left for the Patriots. You got to go 95 yards in a hurry. It looks like they give up with 2 straight runs, which is crazy. The first run's good, but why do it again? I don't know. But then they get 2 ridiculous plays by White where he gets like 50 yards.
Yeah.
I think they thought he was going to go out of bounds, and Houston didn't try to tackle him.
No, he just kept going, which
was
great.
Edelman gets a ridiculous catch for a touchdown. The game's not over. It's 28-22. Forbaugh somehow learns how to kick a goddamn extra point. So it comes down to the onside kick. The Patriots get it. They have it. They kick it past the blockers, but because you can't get a running start, Bolden can't get there, and he knocks the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
He has it. We had the onside kick. The Patriots should have recovered it and they were going to score and win that game.
Yeah.
But because the NFL has changed the rules, that is what cost us this game.
Yeah, and Bailey's onside kick wasn't
was
a
good.
drop kick. He kind of like, I don't even know what you would call that.
He kicked it he kicked it up in the air.
Yeah,
Like, he bounced it.
It wasn't even like how
It was an excellent onside kick.
Yeah, it's another style that I've never seen before.
So they had it. They had the onside kick. Bailey knew it too. He was pissed.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
They had it. They had the game won. They really did.
And then they lost.
But they lose because of NFL rule changes. So, look, as far as the onside kick is concerned, I understand why the rule is the way it is now.
Because too many guys are getting killed on kickoffs.
On regular kickoffs. But why the hell can you not get a running start on an onside kick? I get surprise onside kicks, you can't have a running start. But regular onside kicks, you should be allowed to have a running start and go into the old formations. Period. Because
it's 10 yards.
It's 10 yards. Guys are not going to get hurt from that.
No. Whatever.
You have made the onside kick a meaningless part of the game. If you are going to continue with these rules, okay, then remove the onside kick, and after the Patriots scored the touchdown, you should have said, game over, that's it, Texans win.
Right, or some other mechanism.
Or you should have some sort of mercy rule where once it's impossible to come back, that's it. Because there should be no onside kick. So if you at any point you require an onside kick, just end the game.
Yeah, a mercy rule like they do in baseball. They don't do it in baseball, but it's in
softball. They have a mercy rule, I think.
Yeah, they do.
No, it's just frustrating because when you have the onside kick recovery and you know you would have recovered it under the old rules, it's just really frustrating when you have the onside kick recovered and because of the new rules, you're not there, so you end up hitting it out of bounds. NFL, in the off season, you need to look at this onside kick rule. You just do.
They do. That's the next thing they need to think about.
Look, the recoveries are like 2% now.
Right.
I mean, it's non-existent.
No. Teams rarely do them.
Detroit, I think, got one, but it was a surprise one.
Right, it was fluky.
Well, it was where they're not in formation. The other team, they're back deep to receive it.
Oh. Okay.
So they only have like 3 guys up there. Yeah, you can do it then, but the whole point of an onside kick is to give you a chance. That recovery should be closer to 20 to 30%.
Right, not 2.
No, not 2%. I mean, it's effectively, it's about 8% now, I think.
But still, it's less than 10%.
No, the game is over. Like, I mean, who finds that fun? I mean, the whole point why they changed the extra point rule is because it was automatic before. Well, by that logic, why do you have an automatic, the other team gets the onside kick? That doesn't make any sense. What's the point of an onside kick if you're never able to recover it?
Yeah.
What's the point? So, I mean, I have a couple of ideas. How about make it go 5 yards instead of 10? Or 8 yards? Maybe try 7 yards. You know, change the yards that you have to kick it before you're allowed to recover it. Or allow the old rules for onside kicks.
Right.
Where you could move or go in formations. You know, you could overload one side. They've got to get that recovery up to, I think, about 33%. And if they can't do that, then eliminate it. Do some sort of weird thing where you can request a Hail Mary attempt. And even that I don't like.
But it's better than nothing, or a chance at laterals or something.
I mean, Hail Mary is like 10%. I mean, it's only slightly better.
Or a chance at doing laterals from, I don't know, the 40. Something like that.
So I would cut the distance down so you only got to kick it 7 yards. But, whatever. So, the Patriots' offense was not good in this game. Don't be confused by the score. The Houston's defense just totally collapsed at the end of this game.
Yeah, the offense was bad. Again.
Okay. Look, I'm going to be blunt. Antonio Brown better be in a Patriots uniform next week.
Kraft needs to get over his ego.
He does. I mean, I'm sorry, but this offense is bad. You have Julian Edelman and Julian Edelman and Julian Edelman and basically a little James White, and that's your offense. And that's not enough. It's just not.
No, not to win a Super Bowl, it's not.
No. So you have the best defense you're ever going to have. You have a 42-year-old quarterback who knows if he's even going to be there next year.
Right.
Because you still, for some reason, haven't extended his contract. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
I don't know.
I mean,
he's probably, he could leave.
And frankly, he is getting angrier and angrier on the sideline to the point where...
I wouldn't be surprised if the season...
I don't know if he wants to be there.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him go somewhere else.
So, you know, pretty much the most famous Patriot of all time could go somewhere else because you guys refused to give him help. He has screamed at you to get Antonio Brown back, and I don't know why you continue to refuse to do so.
I mean, other quarterbacks have done that.
At this point, Brady should just say, well, if I don't have Antonio Brown next week, I ain't playing.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye. Why don't you cut me and I'll go somewhere else?
I mean, other quarterbacks did that, and Favre left the Packers and Manning left the Colts. I mean...
Well, Manning didn't leave the Colts by choice.
Well...
They traded him.
But still.
They cut him.
Other
He was
quarterbacks
pissed
have moved.
off about it, actually.
Well, other quarterbacks have moved around.
But other
still.
quarterbacks have left due to lack of help.
Yeah, other teams have lost, their whole teams have fallen apart.
Brady needs to
stuff
take
like
a stand
this.
here because this is just ludicrous.
They need to do something.
And it's at the point where he basically refuses to look at anybody else because they're not reliable. He hardly even looks at Sanu because Sanu drops everything. He's not dependable. Dorsett's not dependable. Harry is not dependable. I mean, Myers is okay, but he's a number 3 receiver. He's not a number 2. So you have a bunch of scrubs, basically, and Edelman, and then White. But guess what? Every single team is now going to put a corner on White.
Yep, they saw Texans do it,
Yeah,
so they'll copy that.
You can't get Gronk back now because it's too late. You have Matt Lacoste, who sucks. You have Ryan Izzo, who sucks. You have Benjamin Watson, who's okay. But he's a 38-year-old washed-up tight end. I mean, come on. Sign Antonio Brown. He's the best receiver in football. He's sitting on the free agency market. I mean, the NFL, by their own...
He clearly wants to be signed back.
He wants to be signed back.
The players all want him back.
The NFL is not going to suspend him in all likelihood because he's not under criminal charges. So just sign the damn guy. Jesus Christ, like, what are you doing? I understand he's an asshole, but you can get rid of him next year. Who cares?
Sign him for the rest of the season.
Give him whatever he wants and bring him back. They have got to fix this offense. As for now, the Ravens are now the number 1 seed, which, again, I don't understand how the Ravens are any good with that team. Again, I mean, their receiving core sucks. They have a mediocre offensive line. It's pretty good, not great. And a quarterback that's good, but not elite.
Right.
And a defense that's, they got 2 good corners, and then the rest of it's kind of suspect. Especially the front 7, not great.
The Bills' defense hopefully will be a challenge for them next week.
Well, the problem is that if the Bills, we're in a no-win situation, because if the Bills win next week, yay, the Ravens lose. But then if we lose to the Chiefs, now we're the 5 seed.
Yeah, and the Bills could overtake us.
And the Bills are winning the division.
Right.
Jesus Christ, like this makes no sense.
Weird year.
So,
weird year.
Here's the ideal scenario next week. This is what we need to have happen.
It's going to cut off in about 10 seconds.
Not necessarily.
It's almost at 3 minutes.
Okay, whatever. This is the ideal scenario. We need the Bills to beat the Ravens. They have to beat the Ravens. I think the Bills will beat the Ravens. Because the Ravens are not invincible. I don't even think they're the best team in the NFL, despite what all the pundits are going to say. I don't really like the Ravens personally. I don't think they're as great as they'd like to think they are.
Jackson is not very good when he throws.
He's okay when he throws sometimes. It depends on the game. He uses his legs to make people open effectively.
Yeah, like Mahomes does.
No, Mahomes is a much better thrower than... Patrick Mahomes is 100 times the quarterback Lamar will ever be.
True.
But, look, I like Lamar Jackson, but he uses his legs to create throwing lanes. Anyway, we need the Bills to win, and then we have to beat the Chiefs. Now, it's at home. We should be able to beat the Chiefs if Antonio Brown is back on this damn team. Because you're going to have to score some damn points. Okay?
They have to against the Chiefs.
So you better damn well sign Antonio Brown back. Other than that, Buffalo, kick Raven ass for us, please. 7 defensive backs. I know that's a lot to keep track of, because you got to have 7 defensive backs, okay? No, they're going to run probably all the damn linebackers out there and get destroyed 52-3. Why is no team doing 7 defensive backs? It's literally the only thing Lamar can't handle. Jesus Christ.
You better hurry up.
Whatever. So I'm done ranting. This was a frustrating game because the Patriots had it won at the end. This was just such a frustrating game because the Patriots had it won at the end. And if not for stupid onside kick rules, they win the game. They win the game. They didn't deserve to win the game, but you're damn right I would have celebrated like crazy if we got our damn miracle.
Yeah, well, we would have been happy.
But no, you can't have good things in this world. So Houston finally, for the first time in their franchise history, beats Tom Brady, which is a miracle for them. I mean, I don't think Houston's going anywhere in the playoffs. That defense is terrible. But the Patriots need to fix their offense. If they can just fix it, they got a chance. But they got to fix it.
Yeah.
I do think they're ultimately going to get the number 1 seed. The Ravens are. There's no way in hell the Ravens win 14 games. I will not believe that until that happens. They are the Baltimore Ravens. They do not win 14 games.
Never happened.
Ever. I'm not even sure they're going to beat out the fucking Chiefs by the end.
Or beat the Browns again.
But whatever. Actually, the Chiefs have
Steelers?
lost, what, 4 games?
Yeah.
I find it hard to imagine the Chiefs don't ultimately get the 2nd seed. I cannot wrap my head around the Ravens getting a bye.
The Chiefs are so much better.
The Chiefs have such a better roster than the Ravens. They just do. With Mahomes, Hill, Kelsey, Watkins, an excellent offensive, well, above average offensive line. It's not that great, but, okay offensive line with good running backs and a better defense than Baltimore ultimately. At least their pass rush is better, but whatever.
I think we've ranted enough for today.
Yeah,
I'm very
gonna let it go. It's 28-22. Houston wins because of onside kick rolls. See you later.